Thanks, Mike. We're going to bring in former D.C. homicide detective Ted Williams. Ted, thank you so much for being here to discuss this. You know, so Nate was talking about the local media reporting that this Van Buren guy who's gotten all this help from his family, had requested a clean phone before he escaped. How does that work when you have an inmate asking for a clean phone? How does he get it? Does he get it afterwards? I have so many questions about this.
You know, you're right. There are a lot of questions about this. And what you'd have to believe is that there was a lot of internal help helping these inmates. Alicia, this was planned over an extended period of time. And the bottom line is I believe you not only had inmates helping inmates, but when they escaped, they had a route that they were going to take already mapped out. This is just what I defined as a comedy of errors that should have never taken place in any kind of a penal institution in this country.
Well, yeah, and, you know, law enforcement said that it had used facial recognition technology to help them, and they were able to arrest the initial 5, but there's still 5 outstanding. What are they going to do now? Because we're a week out since there's been an arrest of one of these guys.
Yeah, what they are going to do is, and law enforcement is going to do what they do best, and that is to continue to pursue and to look at them. I think what they're going to have to do is to go back and look at who visited these individuals, what communications they had with various individuals within the community. Look, somebody out there, relatives or friends, know exactly where these individuals are or where they probably are headed toward, and they can help the authorities. Now, as you know, we've gotten about 12 people that have already been arrested in regards to this matter. I have a feeling that there are going to be more. The reward is out there. I talked to Mike about that on his show yesterday, and I think that that's incentive to try to help authorities to bring these people to justice. But I got to tell you, just think about it, Alicia. As they left a note, and the note said, quote unquote, too easy, LOL. This is how relaxed they were leaving that jail. This should not happen to any penal institution in this country. It's an embarrassment for the state of Louisiana.
Yeah, and this sheriff's department as well. I mean, the DA asking for the DNA of the sheriff herself. What does that say about leadership? And the fact also that it took a week to get forensic evidence collected. And also, I saw that local media said it took them so long for them to get the word out, for the jail to get the word out, just to local media, to let the community know that there were people out there accused of and convicted of very violent crimes. Out there, 10 of them.
Alicia, I have a feeling that once these individuals are captured, and they will be captured, that they're going to have to do a complete scrub down of that sheriff's department to try to find out what happened here. Because just to ask for DNA, even from the sheriff, this tells me that they do not trust anybody within that system, and they're deeply concerned about who helped these inmates to get away.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sheriff suspending her re-election campaign because there's a lot of work to do here. Ted Williams, former D.C. homicide detective, really good to see you today. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.